'cause you know it's only gonna get better. Yeah, the seasons know when to change. Better weather don't last forever. Oh, you know things never stay the same. Never stay the same. It's gonna get better. Never stay the same. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. These days, caught in a daydream, all mine, know you're my 18. This time, all that I know is I need you. Long nights, under the same sky, past time, falls by the wayside, rewind, all that I know is I need you. You got that summer solstice kind of glow. Never wanna let you go. Shooting stars got nothing on you. My love, yeah, you got it. All your glitter and your gold. Never losing your halo. Shooting stars got nothing on you. My love, yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. Shooting stars got nothing on you. My love, yeah, you got it. Your eyes pour like a full moon, high tide. I'm floating to you tonight. All that I know is I need you. Where you go is where I'll be. You know you captivate me. Echo, all that I know is I need you. You got that summer solstice kind of glow. Never wanna let you go. Shooting stars got nothing on you. My love, yeah, you got it. All your glitter and your gold. Never losing your halo. Shooting stars got nothing on you. My love, yeah, you got it. You got it.
Information and Health Communications at Ottawa Public Health, and I go by the pronouns he, him. As a member of the Employee Rainbow Network, it is a privilege to be with you here this morning as your Master of Ceremony to celebrate our pride, diversity, and inclusion at the City of Ottawa. Mon nom est Phil... Merci, merci. Mon nom est Phil Jansen et mes pronoms sont il et lui. C'est avec grand plaisir que je me joins à vous ce matin à titre de maître de cérémonie pour célébrer la fierté, l'inclusion et la diversité à la ville d'Ottawa. I would like to begin by honoring the Algonquin Anishinaabe people on whose traditional unceded territory the City of Ottawa is located. We would like to extend this respect to all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, their ancestors, their elders, and their valuable past and present contributions to this land. J'aimerais commencer par rendre hommage au peuple algonquin sur les terres non cédées sur lesquelles la ville d'Ottawa a été établie. Nous aimerions également présenter cet hommage à tous les peuples des Premières Nations ainsi qu'aux peuples Inuits et Métis, à leurs ancêtres, à leurs aînés, de même que souligner leurs précieuses contributions passées et présentes à cette région. I would like to welcome all of you who are joining us in person or virtually, and a special welcome to all my colleagues and members of the Employee Rainbow Network. A special welcome to our keynote speakers today, Dr. Brent Malahany, Deputy Medical Officer of Health, Clara Friere, Director of Employment and Social Services, and the Chair of our Board of Health, Councillor Keith Eglai. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Tammy Rose, General Manager, Infrastructure and Water Services, and the many members of our management teams from different departments who have joined us for today. I'd also like to recognize my colleague and fellow Rainbow Employee Network facilitator, Nathan Hauk. Je voudrais souhaiter la bienvenue à toutes les personnes qui ont bien voulu se joindre à nous en personne ou virtuellement ce matin, tout particulièrement à mes collègues, membres du réseau Arc-en-Ciel des employés. Un bienvenue à nos orateurs, Dr. Brent Malahany, médecin adjoint en santé publique, Claire Friere, directrice des services sociaux et d'emploi, et le président du conseil de santé, le conseiller Keith Eglai. Je voudrais également souligner la présence de Tammy Rose, directrice générale des services d'infrastructure et de technologie, et aux nombreux membres de la direction des différents départements qui se sont joints à nous aujourd'hui. I am very proud to be a member of the Employee Network at the City of Ottawa, and that this network exists. This affinity group is made up of staff who identify as two-spirited, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual, plus, and their allies. It's an opportunity to connect with colleagues, but also to advance ideas and initiatives that represent the voices of queer folks in our workplace and work towards greater equity. This group has hosted a number of presentations to teams across the City of Ottawa to bring greater awareness to 2S LGBTQIA+ people and the issues we face in our community and workplace. I'm really thankful to have the opportunity to be a part of this network and the work that it's advancing. Without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Brent Malahany, Deputy Medical Officer of Health at Ottawa Public Health, to say a few words. J'invite donc le Dr. Brent Malahany, médecin en chef adjoint, à bien vouloir venir prendre la parole.
Good morning, bonjour, Kwe. Once more, I'm honored to be with you here this morning to celebrate the launch of Pride Week here in the capital. Je suis heureux d'être avec vous ce matin pour célébrer le lancement de la Semaine de la Fierté dans la capitale. I'm very pleased to see many of you here today coming from different city departments, and especially proud to have members of the City Employee Rainbow Network present with us today to launch Pride Week. The past few years have been difficult for everyone, but for some, the pandemic contributed to worsening the difficulties and barriers they already face in their day-to-day lives. Members of the 2S LGBTQIA+ communities and people living with disabilities, Indigenous, racialized, and immigrant communities were and still are disproportionately impacted financially, mentally, physically, and socially. by the pandemic. We must acknowledge that members of the 2S LGBTQIA+ communities are not a uniform group, but are comprised of people living multiple realities, and these compounding realities play a huge role and create additional stigma and discrimination in people's lives. At Public Health, we take this seriously. À Santé publique Ottawa, nous prenons cette situation au sérieux. At OPH, we are committed to continuing to work alongside 2S LGBTQIA+ communities and other equity-deserving groups to improve their health and well-being by addressing systemic racism and discrimination and eliminating barriers. We know that much work needs to be done and that healing will take time. Being able to be together in person today is only one part of our healing process. We still have a way to go with this pandemic, but as we learn to work together and take care of each other, we must continue to apply preventive measures, including being up to date with our immunizations. Together, we can make a difference towards health equity. Hope to see you at this year's Pride festivities. Happy Pride, joyeuse fierté, merci, thank you, miigwech.
Thank you, Brent. Merci, Brent. Maintenant, j'aimerais passer la parole à Claire Friere, directrice des services sociaux et d'emploi aux services sociaux et communautaires. I now invite Claire Friere, Director of Employment and Social Services with Community Social Services, to say a few words.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Get organized here. And no music for me? How come? I need music. Okay. So thank you very much, Dr. Mahoney, for your thoughtful words. And Phil, thanks for the introduction. Hi, Councillor Eglai. Nice to have you here. On behalf, yeah, all right, excuse me, sorry. I don't know. On behalf of Donna Gray and the entire Community Social Services Department, it's given me great pleasure to be here today and to share this joyous occasion on the raising of the Pride flag to mark the beginning of Capital Pride Week in Ottawa. Woo! Fierté dans la capitale est un moment tout indiqué pour célébrer la diversité de notre ville et de notre personnel. De même que pour rendre hommage à toutes les personnes présentes aujourd'hui et à toutes celles qui nous ont précédés et qui posent et ont posé sur une base quotidienne de grands et de petits gestes pour faire de notre communauté un endroit sécuritaire et dynamique pour tout le monde. Each and every one of us has the right to feel welcome and to show up as our authentic selves, no matter how we may differ from the person sitting next to us. And I want to thank Phil, thank you, and all of the Rainbow Employees Network Affinity Group for creating this space for the two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual, aromantic communities and their allies in our workplaces. This group, along with other city employees, affinity groups, is essential to how we as an organization can address systemic barriers, stigma, and discrimination in the workplace and in the community. They obviously didn't get the memo. The city has multiple employees, affinity groups representing many different communities, and I encourage you to learn more about them through the city SharePoint site. While we celebrate how far we have come in our efforts towards towards becoming a more diverse and inclusive society, and the courage of the 2S GLBTQIA+ community, and I apologize for not memorizing it all. When I was young, it was only 5 letters. It was only 5. I also want to echo Dr. Mahoney's words about the very real challenges we have faced in recent months and years, especially for those who are already facing some of the greatest barriers in accessing essential services. No matter how far we think we've come or how far we believe we've moved the dial, we still have so much work left to do. Personally, today in Ottawa, I feel safer than ever to walk hand in hand with my spouse down the city street, something I would never have done 20 or 30 years ago. But I can't say the same thing for our transgendered and other non-binary colleagues. The risk of unacceptable verbal and physical violence continues. That is why we continue together to raise flags, share our voices, and work hard to be good allies. It takes all of us working together to make that happen. So whenever you hear, why are they doing that again? Why do we need a parade? Why do we need a flag? Remember that. It takes constant work to make change happen. In Employment and Social Services and the Community and Social Services Department as a whole, we're definitely committed to meeting the needs of our community and our staff in considering all the circumstances each person brings and all the different identities that they inhabit. We have enhanced training, we've improved equitable hiring practices, and we have created safe spaces for sharing. But there is still so much more work to do, and we definitely are committed to continuing it. Nous sommes fiers de servir notre communauté et nous sommes heureux de travailler avec différents partenaires comme Santé publique Ottawa, ainsi bien en période de difficulté et que de réussite. There is so much beauty in our individuality and our strength, and our resilience grows when we come together to honor one another. So thank you so much for coming together today. Thank you for being here. Happy Pride. Bonne fierté. Tout le monde. Merci, Miigwech. Thank you. Obrigada.
Thank you, Clara, and thank you for your commitment to continuing the great work of inclusion and diversity. Before I invite our next speaker, I'd like to take a few minutes to acknowledge and thank him for his ongoing support and work as City Councillor for the past 12 years and Chair of our Ottawa Board of Health during his most recent term. Councillor Eglai and Chair Eglai to us at OPH has always been a great ally, supporter of equity-deserving groups, including the 2S LGBTQIA+ communities. And I just want to say thank you to Chair Eglai for sticking with us through these past few years as well. It sure has been a whirlwind. On behalf of myself and OPH, thank you, merci, miigwech. I'd like now to invite Councillor Keith Eglai, Chair of the Board of Health, to say a few words. J'invite le conseiller Keith Eglai, Président du Conseil de Santé, à bien vouloir venir dire quelques mots.
Good morning, bonjour, Quay. Phil, thank you for those very kind words, and thank you to the Garda staff that drove off so we can finish this event off. I'm very pleased to be here this morning, and just a little bit sad because this will be the last one I'm here in my formal role. I'm certainly not going to stop being an ally. I'm certainly not going to stop being engaged in the community, but it will be the last time that somebody says, "Hey, Chair, come on up here." So I am going to miss that, but and I'm going to miss the great folks at Public Health. It's been an amazing 4 years. Nothing quite like it. Not saying I'd do it again, but it's been amazing, and how the team has all pulled together, and really the whole city. It's been an amazing partnership to push back against COVID in our community. So as I said, I'm very pleased to participate this morning and join Ottawa Public Health and Community and Social Services for the flag raising ceremony one last time as Chair of the Board of Health. It has been a great honor and privilege to serve the 2S LGBTQIA+ community for the past 12 years. And as an ally to the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, I will continue to support and defend your rights to a world that is free of stigma and discrimination, and embrace our wonderful cultural mosaic of diversity that is Ottawa. These past few years have been very difficult for everyone, and I'm proud to say that we in Ottawa have shown that we can tackle difficult things. As we focused our attention and energies on recovering from this pandemic, I remain committed to working with Ottawa Public Health and my colleagues on council to get back to providing the basic services that were set aside throughout the pandemic for the remainder of the term of my council. It is by working together that we can continue to improve the health and well-being of our community. Partnerships such as this one between OPH and CSS continue to demonstrate our commitment to the well-being of Ottawa residents. We do not want to work in silos, but rather to collaborate in ensuring that we address the basic needs of our residents and advance health equity in our community. This includes vaccination, housing, employment, parenting, racism, and discrimination, access to green spaces, transportation, and many more programs and services working together to ensure the health and well-being of Ottawa residents. Ottawa is truly an amazing city to live in, and we pride ourselves in our work in making our city a place where everyone feels safe and comfortable to be their true selves. A city we continue to be proud of. Happy Pride, everyone. Joyeuse fierté.
Thank you, Chair Eglai. Merci, Chair Eglai. We have a growing and vibrant, diverse community in Ottawa. A beautiful mosaic of culture, sexual orientation, race, gender identity and expression, and religion. As we continue our work to become more diverse and inclusive by eliminating systemic barriers and focusing on anti-racism and anti-oppression strategies, let us take the time to celebrate our differences and join a movement of kindness and respect. We've come a long way, but we still have challenges ahead of us. Let us remind everyone that people of the 2S LGBTQIA+ communities are here. We deserve rights and equity, and there's still a need to advance equality, respect, and unity. Pride activities are about diversity and inclusion, and so they're for everyone. I invite everyone here and online to join the many Capital Pride activities happening this week. A complete list of activities is available on the Capital Pride website at capitalpride.ca. And I'm not going to lie, I am most looking forward to seeing so many of my colleagues, friends, and community members at the Capital Pride Parade on August 28th. I'm looking forward to being all together now. Les activités de la fierté sont pour tout le monde. Je vous invite donc à participer aux différentes activités de cette semaine. Pour une liste complète des activités, veuillez visiter le site de la fierté dans la capitale à capitalpride.ca/fr. And I'm really excited to have had this opportunity to be your master of ceremonies today, and to see how far we've come. And I'm looking forward to celebrating Pride with all of you this upcoming week. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Malahny, Clara Friere, Councillor Eglai, and a few of my colleagues to join us in raising the Progress Pride flag today. So I think we'll take 2 turns and then pass it off next person. So I'll have you say, Sure, yeah. I'll take your tickets as you come. And Chair, by height? Ready to start? Okay. Very good. Oh, there we go.
Underneath it goes.
Okay, let me take it.
There we go. Okay. Lovely done. Whoa.
Let's do one, okay? Just one? Oh, we're almost there. Yeah. We'll do a small one.
Maybe we have small one.
Come on, Clara.
Math error.
All right, Anne. Oh, Phil. Phil, you get the last. Phil? Phil, finish us off.
Thank you, merci, miigwech, et bonne fierté. Happy Pride, everyone.
Wish we